for. The truth.
And
And
it was developed for.
it was developed for.
What Baumol originally developed for?
Oh, for music. His original
Symphonies.
example was for symphonies. He was a real art lover, and so he really loved. He used that as an example of that, how that did not, like, music did not get faster. Like, it's not to your pleasure to have music become more productive directly. Like, the symphony shouldn't go faster than it was before.
And you can't do it with fewer violins.
People. Yeah, you can't do it with fewer people. You could, but not as enjoyable, or there's other factors involved. So the caveat to this model, as I mentioned earlier, I have these other two terms of pharmaceutical expenditures and collective expenditures, which are not explicitly modeled by labor and wages. And this is really due to lack of data. But I do make a hypothesis that that these two sectors of healthcare expenditures will also asymptote as a share of GDP. So I modeled it using a tangent hyperbolic function or an S-shaped curve. So this is generally my findings. I had to focus on basically 3 countries for the labor and wages model, again for comparability of data issues. And I have Australia, Canada, and the US. Healthcare expenditures is on the y-axis, time is on the x-axis. The red line is the estimated values that come from the labor and wages model. The dots are the real healthcare expenditures. And it's determined to be a good fit. Just like the MEI model, the labor and wages model can also be expressed as healthcare expenditures as a share of GDP. So that's what the red line is again, is the labor and wages model. And the light blue line is the MEI model, the first model. And so those are the estimated values using the 2 models. And they track very closely with each other with a few deviations. And the blue dots again are the actual healthcare expenditures as a share of GDP.